Okay, part 2. This is where it gets intense and I might cry, so I apologize for that. And if you're just now watching part 2, watch part 1 so you guys could get like kind of an idea of what I'm talking about my son. Um, so he gets pinned back his back, okay, everything's normal. So she says, we're gonna draw blood work. So Andrew cries and he's like, they're gonna poke me again. I don't like to get poked. And my husband and I explained to him, I'm sorry, I don't want you to get poked, but we have to find out what's going on. But why? I feel good, I don't feel sick. And I'm like, yes, but you need to understand you get hives at night and that's not normal. Okay, fine, but we take him to the lab. He gets blood drawn and everything. So we wait. Let me tell you, allergist never called me to update me. Till this day, I am still upset. And I'm thinking of like whether reporting her or not. But that will probably be in part 3, and I'll tell you why. So a month goes by. I didn't get a call whether the labs were right, if they were normal, or if they were abnormal. So by now, my son starts getting the hives more. He starts getting temps of 103, 104.8. So I'm like, oh my God. So I start buying him Tylenol and Motrin. So I start giving him that. But I only do it at night. So it felt like every time I gave him Motrin, he was fine. His hives would kind of go away. So we're like, okay, it's ibuprofen, it's probably good, for the inflammation. So that's why he feels good. So I'm like, okay, we could do this. But then I'm like, I don't want to do ibuprofen all the time because then he's going to get sick and blah, blah, blah. So I'm like, okay. So he starts running temps and I call his doctor again. I'm like, look, Andrew's getting fevers now. He's spiking temps. This is not normal temps of like 99 or 100. These are temps of 102, 103, up to 104. So she's like, okay, you need to bring him in. So, okay, here we go again. We take him in. She draws more labs. Everything is normal, you guys. Normal, okay? His lab work is normal. So I'm like, okay, now I'm panicking. My husband's like, okay, it's normal, so you shouldn't panic. And I'm like, no, you need to see your son. He's not doing good. He gets hives at night. He gets fevers at night. So, okay, we left it at that. I'm like, okay, well, I'll just continue ibuprofen and Tylenol. But she told me do Zyrtec and Benadryl as well. So it's like, oh my God, I'm drugging my son. Okay, my son is 8 years old. So I'm like, okay, she's crazy. I'm not going to be doing all that. But then I'm like, okay, she's a pediatrician. She knows what she's telling me. Let's do it. So, okay, I give him, Benadryl at night. So I don't give him Tylenol or ibuprofen. I just do the Benadryl at night. And in the morning before he goes to school, I would give him Zyrtec. So I do that for like a few weeks. So then, I'm sorry, you guys. Go to school. So now the hives are there every day, And, kids are kids. Kids see something and they think it's funny. So they start bullying him. They're like, oh my God, don't get next to Andrew. He has chicken pox, blah, blah, blah. So they continue doing that every day on him. So then he tells me, Mom, I don't want to go to school. So now he starts coming home very mad. And I don't know how other parents are, but every time they come home, I greet them, hi, mijo, how was school? Fine. So he comes home and I'm like, hi, baby, how was school? Leave me alone. I don't want to speak to you. He'd run upstairs, slam the door. And I'm like, what is going on with him? So I go upstairs and I'm like, what happened? What is your problem? Leave me alone. I don't want to go to school anymore. And I said, why? Kids are being so mean to me, Mom. They're making fun of my hives. They're saying I have chicken pox. And if you send me to school, I want to go in pants and long sleeves. Okay. California, or where I live, it's 90 to 100 degrees. There is no way my son's going to go in pants or long sleeves. I said, look, who is bullying you and who's telling you this stuff? Well, these kids are telling me this and this. So, okay, I told my husband, look, you either need to talk to the parents, talk to the principal, or I'm going to do it myself. So he's like, don't worry, I'm going to talk to the mom and I'm going to talk to the principal. I said, okay. I said, you need to do it. I don't take, bull crap from anybody. And, people that know me, and if you're watching it, you guys know that, and this is who I am. And, and people that are following me and that will follow me, I feel like we're going to be family. You guys need to know who I am for reals. I'm not going to be one person on YouTube and be somebody else in real life. This is who I am, and, we're going to keep it real. So, make it short story. My husband's like, I don't need you to go to school. I've got it. I'm going to talk to them. I said, okay, well, I trust you. I know you'll do it. I said, because nobody's going to make fun of my son. We're already going through a tough situation. So that's the last thing I need. So then he says, I already talked to the mom. I talked to the principal, and she says she's going to talk to the teacher. So, okay, we left it. So the next day he comes and I said, how is it, Andrew? How was school? It's okay, Mom. He runs back upstairs. Bam. He slams the door again. I go up there. I'm like, look, how can you tell me everything's okay and you come upstairs and slam the door? Just leave me alone, Mom. That's his reaction. He goes from a sweet boy to being so grumpy, so rebellious. And I'm like, no, baby. Are they still making fun of you? Mom, just leave me alone. This is what I'm getting from my 8-year-old. So I told my husband, did you really talk to them? He said, yes, I did. So we got into an argument, whatever. So I'm like, look, if I understand you went and told the teacher, I said, but look, now our kid doesn't want to go to school. So I didn't send them to school the next day. So then this is where we get. Okay. I tell him, you're not going to go to school then. We're going to be checking, see what's going on with you. So then he's like, okay, Mom. I said, maybe that'll get him happy. We're not going to send him to school. So then I told my husband, just let the teacher know, that he's not going to go to school because of his hives. So then this is where everything begins. And let me tell you something. I don't wish this, not even on my worst enemy. I could tell you, I will tell you in part 3. So give it a thumbs up. Make sure to subscribe. And I hope you watch part 3, because that's when everything starts. Thanks for watching.